Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at one of the best concealed carry handguns that I have used. Previously, I would always carry a Glock 19 with an X300. This has been my most frequent concealed carry handgun and is still one of my most frequent concealed carry handguns. I've been carrying this for about 3 years now, and after carrying it for that long, I started to notice some downfalls to this setup, and one of those being concealability. It's kind of hard to conceal this setup, especially in summertime, because most of the time I'm wearing this t-shirt and shorts, and carrying a full-size handgun with a X300 is pretty hard. Especially for someone like me being this small. So I wanted to find something a little more concealable. So for a little while I would carry a Glock 43, which I wasn't very comfortable with because I didn't like the fact of only having 6 rounds. You could only carry an extra mag if you wanted to, but still that's only 12 rounds, which is not a ton. So I didn't like doing that, and this was pre the 48 and 43X, which I haven't got my hands on those, but this was all pre that. So I was always looking for a different setup that had the benefits of the 19, the fact that I'm very proficient with this setup and I'm comfortable with this and I can hit out to a distance, and but still had those concealability benefits. And with that, I ended up building this. So as you can tell, this is a lot smaller. This is a Glock 26 frame, and it looks a lot like just a Glock 26 until you slap that forward and you can notice that the slide is a Glock 19. So it's a lot longer. You've got that Glock 19 slide, you've got the Glock 19 sight radius, and the barrel. So you've got the benefits to having the Glock 19, but the benefits of having the Glock 26 and concealability, because you lose that pinky groove there, so it is a lot more concealable. I can throw this on a t-shirt and shorts and really have no issues concealing it. The other benefit is you're going to have a double stack. So your double stack magazine, so you are running 10 rounds magazine, 1 in the chamber, so you have 11 rounds, which is a little bit better. And then if you want to run an extra mag, you can run 21 rounds on you. If I can get a base plate on this and get some extra rounds if I wanted to, but right now I'm trying to keep it as concealable as possible while still having that capacity. So 21 rounds I'm a lot more comfortable with. Accuracy wise, I'm a lot more accurate with the setup because, again, it's a lot like this Glock 19 that I carry daily. The other benefit too is if I throw this magazine in, it's not a lot different than the 19 because you gain that pinky groove back in there. The only thing you're losing is right back here on the meaty part of your hand. You're losing that grip part because usually the grip would come down, but as long as you train with this setup and get proficient with it, you're really not going to run into too many issues. Of course, it is more comfortable to shoot this gun, and I am more confident in this gun, but when it comes to something this concealable, this is a fantastic setup, and I'm still very confident and very comfortable with this setup. So we'll go over real quick all the parts and pieces, who the companies are and who is all part of this project, and I'll show you guys in better detail. So this is a Glock 26 frame. Liquid Dreams Hydrographics did send this to me. They were the ones that did the Cerakote on the slide and the frame, and they actually ended up putting my logo in the grip, which is probably one of my favorite things about this gun. Then the slide is made by Deviate Dynamics. They actually make this slide specifically for these frames. A lot of guys, when they try to make this setup, what they'll do is they will just throw a Glock 19 slide on here, and it's not meant to be for the frame, so it'll look kind of goofy. There'll be a big gap here, and it'll be kind of hodgepodged out. So what they did is they milled this like this to make it look like it's a part of the gun, a little more streamlined. You end up putting a Glock 26 recoil spring in here with a Glock 19 barrel. So if you guys are looking for this setup, hit up Deviate because they do make this setup that is specifically for this, so it doesn't look nearly as goofy, and it's actually designed for the setup here. Then we got a Lone Wolf custom barrel. It's a fluted and flush cut with a deep recess. It actually looks really cool like that because most barrels will stick out a little bit, and they recessed this and made it flush for me. And they ended up sending that for the Hades project, but I threw it on this one because I thought it would look really cool, and I think it does. And then Trijicon sent me these fiber optic sights. I was running those for quite a while. Really good sights. Trijicon makes some fantastic stuff, but I ended up throwing a red dot on the slide because I was having some issues with the screws walking on the cap that was on here. So I threw this one on to test if the screws would walk on that, and I haven't had any issues with that. So, so far, I've been enjoying the red dot. Makes everything a little bit quicker. I've been doing red dot on my Glock 34, so I figured might as well throw it on my Conceal pistol and do the same thing. Pretty much the same red dot, the Viper, the Venom's on the other one, so they're pretty much the exact same thing, both from Vortex. So there you guys go. This is that setup. It is a really clean setup. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it. The only thing I may do is end up taking the Viper off and just run iron sights. But with the pinky extension on here, one, it looks really sharp because I think these two go together, but now you have that full grip that I was talking about earlier. So really you're not losing a ton here. You're just gaining a lot in concealability and some capacity when it comes to rounds. I want to show you guys a comparison here between the two guns. So here's my Glock 19 and here is the 2619. So slides are the same, but as you can see there, that is what you're losing. You're losing that final finger groove on the bottom. So this is so much more concealable just for that fact. And of course I don't have a massive light on here because the X300s are a really big light, but you're losing that final and third grip. And then once you throw this in here, you do get most of that back, but for concealability, what's going to be sticking out a lot is this point here in your gun. So with that angle the way it is, and if you run one without the pinky groove, you have an even deeper concealability. So for me, this is a great summer carry. So there is my summer carry gun. I don't carry this a lot in the winter just because, me personally, if I can conceal it, I'm going to conceal the biggest thing I can. So for me, this is a perfect winter carry gun. But for the summer, I think this has been by far my favorite one to carry just because of the capacity and the concealability combination and the fact that I can still be pretty lethal with it at a distance just because, you know, it's not a tiny gun and I'm a lot more comfortable with a larger gun. So really fun gun to shoot, really fun gun to show off to because of how custom it is. And of course, like I said, my logo is on there, so it's kind of cool. But if you guys are interested in building anything like this, make sure you hit up all the companies I mentioned already. Those guys do great work, and I haven't had any issues. The only issue I had, like I said, with the slide was the screws were walking. I'm getting some new screws here to see if maybe something was just wrong with those particular ones. Gonna do some troubleshooting. I'll update you guys on my Instagram. But so like I said, so far so good with the red dot screws, no walking, which is a good thing. So if you guys want to help out the page, down below there is a link to my website. You go from that website, you go to other links. Anything you purchase with those links helps out my page greatly and shows that I'm generating traffic to those companies and gives me a small kickback. Basically helps pay for ammo and stuff like that, camera equipment, editing software, things that make my videos better for you guys and the testing that we do better. So if you guys want to do that, I would really appreciate it. And if not, not a big deal. I just appreciate you guys being here, watching the videos, liking, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.